coming home from the hospital. Yay! Oh no, wait a minute. Am I ready for this? When she was in NICU, someone else was caring for her and making sure that she was comfortable and well fed and changed. And there was so much that they knew about the care. I'm not a medical person, no. Welcome to my channel. If you're just joining, my name is Lois Like Amao, but if you're an old subscriber, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about 7 things that you need to know when your baby is finally home from NICU. That's the neonatal intensive care unit. Good news, she's coming home. That's amazing. But trust me, there can be also other kinds of emotions: fear, anxiety, worry. But the major one is fear. And this video, I'm going to be helping you reduce your fear by telling you 7 crucial things a mother must know when bringing her baby home from NICU. Sometimes these things are explained in details in the hospital, but sometimes they are not. So let's get right into it. Now, before we get into the 7 things that you need to know when your baby is coming home from NICU, I just want to run through 5 things that you need to have on hand every time for your baby. Number 1, I'll recommend that you have a cot. Why? The reason is because in a cot, you can control the temperature better than you would in an open space. Second thing is a baby thermometer. You want to have a thermometer that can read the temperature of your baby and even the temperature of the room. It can serve as both. You need to know the temperature to know whether this temperature is ideal for your baby or not. Especially in rainy season, it can get cold, temperature can just change all of a sudden. So a thermometer is a must. Number 3, nasal aspirator. Nasal aspirator is necessary so that if in any instance the baby's nose are blocked, you can use a nasal aspirator to get it cleared out. Number 4 is cotton buds. Cotton buds, cotton buds, cotton buds. Please, I need to stress that the cotton buds should be suitable for babies, not the regular cotton bud, but those ones that are for babies. What do we use cotton buds for? We can use it to clear out the nose if we don't want to suck it out, or we just feel that clearing it out would, cleaning it out will remove the dirt in the nose, cleaning the ears, cleaning just small corners. And number 5, feeding kits and sterilizing equipment. Now, feeding kits can comprise of your cup and spoon, your syringes, can comprise of a number of things, right? Sterilizing equipment is either you get a sterilizing unit that uses either lights, I think some even use batteries, or you have a sterilizing fluid that you use to sterilize, or you go the traditional route, which I did, which was to get a pot that I have never used to cook before and just dedicate it to sterilizing the baby's feeding utensils. I'll wash the utensils, rinse them, and then boil them on fire for 3 minutes. Now 3 minutes is after the water has boiled. I'll still leave it on fire for another 3 minutes, and then I put it off, leave it in the hot water. Later on, take out the hot water, and our feeding utensils are ready for use. It's very important that feeding utensils of a baby be sterilized, whether the baby is preemie or not. But as we know, a premature baby has compromised immunity, so we don't want to get into any trouble. We want to make sure that we have gotten rid of any germs or infections that might be on those feeding utensils. Those are my 5 tips. Please, if you know more that are essential and I left out, please comment down below. I would love to hear from you. I would love to read your comments. And I also love to learn. Now, 7 things. 7, 7, 7. 7 is the number of perfection, right? So these 7 things to me are the most crucial things that a preemie mom needs to know when her baby is back. Number 1, temperature. You know that when I was listening to 5 things, I mentioned a baby thermometer. Now, temperature is key. Like, temperature is essential. You need to make sure that the temperature of the room is right at all times. Because if it is not okay for your baby, there can be a lot of complications. Pneumonia, that's the biggest fear for preemie babies. We don't want them exposed to cold as much as possible. In fact, we don't want them exposed to cold at all. Like, no, 0. Let them be hot, let them sweat. It's okay, we can deal with heat. Cold, we can't. So after that, we go to kangaroo care. Now, kangaroo care is basically skin to skin care from mother to child, or from any other primary caregiver to the child. Yes, it doesn't have to be the mom all the time. The father can do it, the grandmother can do it. Just somebody that you trust, somebody that you know loves this baby like their own and can give that care. So if the mother needs to take a nap, it's fine. Let somebody else do it. But the person has to be bare-chested and the baby has to be naked. And you place the naked baby on your bare chest and you cover each other with a duvet. It's called, some people call it warmth sharing, but mostly you find it on the internet as kangaroo care. And this helps the baby in tremendous ways. It helps boost their immunity. It makes them feel loved and safe. It also helps them in weight gain. Guys, like, it is a lifesaver on its own, honestly. Now, number 3 is to know that apnea happens. What is apnea? Apnea is when a baby pauses breath. Now, that's like the baby holds back their breath. That is what apnea is. And apnea happens, from 10 seconds to even sometimes up to 1 minute, a baby can hold their breath. Is it scary? Yes, very, very, very scary. But it happens. So when you know it happens, when it happens, you're not caught unawares. You know that these things happen, and so you just watch the baby and make sure that after a minute, they're fine. Most of the times, I think it's between 10 seconds and 30 seconds most times. But then some babies, they like to play. I remember the first time that apnea happened with my baby. I was like, she's not breathing. I mean, I'd been told that this happens, but then seeing it real life, I was scared. Like, what is going on? And I just stayed in front of the cot and I was just praying in my mind until I saw that she was breathing again. So it happens. Number 4 is to avoid sudden infant death syndrome from happening to your baby. That is SIDS. SIDS occurs when a baby just suddenly can't breathe well or is uncomfortable and in the process of turning, dies, chokes basically. So there's shortage of breath. Now, normally for a term baby, they say that, okay, let the baby sleep on their back, but some people argue that if the baby sleeps on the tummy, the baby gets to sleep longer and all of that. And there's so many discussions around that. But for a premature baby, please, they're like egg. We need to treat them like egg. So let them sleep on their back. Premature babies sleep, as in they sleep up to 20 hours sometimes. So we're not even fighting for them to sleep. They will sleep. they will sleep well. We need to be sure that while they are sleeping, they are fine. There is no cause for alarm, because it's easy to kind of say that, oh, somebody will always be there to watch the baby, but sometimes you can't always be there. There are other things to do. Sometimes there's taking care of her feeding utensils, or his feeding utensils, or doing laundry, or catching a nap. Very necessary. So to avoid all of that, just make sure that the baby is sleeping on their back, and you will have reduced it to 99%. That's sudden infant death syndrome. Yeah. Number 5 is aspiration. Aspiration is also another scary thing that happens to babies, preemie or full-term, but more common with preemie babies. Aspiration is when they don't get to take the food all the way down, and then it comes out in a very funny way. It comes out from their nostrils. Yeah. Food is just coming out, and because it's breast milk or formula, it's milk, so it's whitish milk coming out. It can be very, very scary, but it happens. And when the baby grows, after a while, you just wake up one morning and discover that, oh, this baby doesn't aspirate anymore. So it happens. What do you do when a baby aspirates? You just clean the baby up. Hence the need for cotton buds. Use cotton buds. You clean out the nose. You clean out, if food's coming out from the mouth, you clean out the mouth. You just clean out everything that is coming out, and you also help the baby breathe by opening the baby's mouth. If you open the baby's mouth, the baby will be able to breathe. Now, the reason why it is scary is because sometimes in panic, when you go into a panic mode, you don't act fast enough, and then baby is not able to breathe and starts turning blue. So calm down, even if you're shaking inside, and just open the baby's mouth so that the baby can breathe and clean out, and hold the baby upright and just rub the baby gently. It might take a couple of minutes, but the baby should be fine. Next is massage. Baby massage. Not the normal massage for people, because this is a preemie baby, so we need to be careful. We need to know how to stimulate the baby and where to touch and all of those things. So I would link a video that really helped me in the description down below. I will link that video. Why do we need to give a baby a massage? Maybe the baby is uncomfortable, or most commonly the baby hasn't moved their bowel in, let's say, 5 to 10 days. Yeah. For a preemie baby, you don't need to worry if your baby hasn't pooed in 2-3 days. You don't need to worry. Even sometimes 10 days, you don't need to worry. But if you're not comfortable with it, you can try to help them move their bowel by giving them a tummy massage. Now, that's the video that I said I will link in the description down below. That massage works like magic. Once you do it and they need to move their bowel, they will move their bowel. But if you do it and they don't need to move their bowel, you just relax their tummy, which is also fine. Now, what happens that they don't move their bowel for a number of days? It's that place where they say that the baby is absorbing, and there's nothing to take out, there's nothing to flush out, as it were. So when a preemie baby is trying to gain weight, from my observation with my baby and discussion with other people, I found out that when they're trying to gain weight, there is no poo-poo. They're just absorbing. And after a while, they'll move their bowel again. But in my case, my baby didn't move her bowel for 10 days. And I was freaking out, like, what? I move my bowel every day, so I know I'm an adult, but then 10 days. And then I was told to watch this video and help her. And I did it, and it didn't happen immediately, but I kept doing it, and I think after 2 days she released, and the release was so powerful. So if you need to help your baby move their bowel, that's something that you need to consider doing for them. Last but definitely not least is personal hygiene. Personal hygiene. I know this should have probably been the first thing I should mention, but I decided to leave it for the last. Personal hygiene is very important. Like, it's no-brainer. But what do we need to do apart from washing our hands and making sure that our hands are clean? Well, I used to take my bath twice a day just to make sure that I am fresh for her. And because the temperature in the room where my baby was staying was hot, it was hot. So every time I go in to feed her, or whoever goes in to feed her, we come out really sweaty. Sometimes we are dripping with sweat because the place was really hot for us. So in cases like that, I will change my outfit. If I can't shower, maybe I'm too tired or I have other things to do, before I go in to attend to her again, I'll change my outfit just so that I'm smelling fresh and clean and all of that. Another thing on personal hygiene for preemie babies is sometimes, not all preemie babies, but some babies are sensitive to smell, which means that your colognes, your perfumes, you're gonna have to leave them for a while because you don't want your baby sneezing or coughing because you're using perfume. So I had to let go of that. My baby is very, very sensitive to smell. So I let go of my perfumes and my colognes, and I was just using powder. And I would even use it minutes before I have to be in contact with her. So those are the 7 things that are crucial for me that a preemie mom, needs to know. Those are the 7 things. If you feel that there is something else that is important or something you did during your journey, please comment below and we would love to hear from you. So guys, really, it's a lot. It's a whole lot to take on when your baby comes home from NICU, because NICU is the easy part. Coming home and being cared for by you and other people. I have to stress that other people, because a preemie mom can't do it by themselves. They need the support of their partner, they need the support of family. So it's a lot for everybody, but you're strong. You really are. You can do this. You know, God is on your side. God is in your corner. That's what I used to tell myself. God is in your corner. God is with you on this. So you can do it. It's not something impossible. It is scary, but it's not something that you can't do. So stay strong. Stay strong. Remain in God. Pray, cry. But don't give up. This journey will still be beautiful, and it will end in praise. Until I come your way in the next video, this is me saying, mwah, love and light. Take care. Bye.